Okay, did
Lying
anyone
again?
else here say this?
Why would we name this?
Okay, but anyway.
No, you can't.
Okay, getting back to
Liar.
Sarah's question that there's no money designated for this issue with DEP or EPA.
Okay, how much is there, Gordy?
There is $75,500.
So we can get a generator.
Okay?
Where?
There is professional services under solicitor, there's $7,500.
Okay, that'll get us less than 20 hours. Go ahead.
Okay? Under 429.31 on wastewater collective professional services.
That's the operator.
That's the
So
operator.
the operator is up above it, under full-time, part-time.
No,
No,
we're talking licensed
no,
operator.
that's
Okay,
Apex.
let's try
Then there's
to-
contracted services, 30,000. Then
That's-
there's professional services under water of 3,500.
That's each.
Then there's additional
That's Apex.
22,000 under contracted services.
That's APEC.
That's your opinion.
Apex. No, that's what
Guys,
contracted
we already
services are.
voted.
Okay, it's over
What's the
with.
discussion?
This is
We already
Apex.
voted.
You want to argue something? he
Where are
can't
the
do.
fines located? Where are the fines that we have set aside the money?
Civil
Yeah.
penalties.
PennDOT, we owe how much?
11 something.
That.
Just shy of $12,000.
Okay,
I'm gonna be
okay,
here all
hold
night
it.
debating stuff that does not matter.
Where are the
Sorry.
fines?
Okay.
Where's the money
Go to
coming
the
from the
agenda.
fines?
What fines?
The
Civil
fines we're
penalties.
going to get.
We're going to get, you're anticipating fines.
Oh, yes.
Okay. You
Because
also-
you're refusing to do what they say.
Okay.
Where is the money coming out of? Where?
Okay, we're moving on.
What's the status of the $6,000?
There is no place for any
Oh,
civil
that
penalty.
act-
Previous
Fact,
borough
true document.
invoices in
This
action
is why
taken.
we're with trouble with EPA.
Where are these in?
Refusal to do anything they ask us to do.
Okay. I've got a couple things here that when I asked for, from Dana, when I asked for right to know requests. One was a bill here from Richard McCoy, attorney in Wellsboro, for $20-some hundred on 10/25/19. Can anybody tell me what that bill is?
Yeah, it's for your lien.
Okay,
Where
why,
you refuse to pay the money for water.
okay, why did they never hire that attorney?
I don't know, I wasn't on council then.
Okay. And then
Is that on
also,
the
If that
agenda?
lien is not renewed,
No.
it drops
yeah,
off.
yeah, it's right here.
By the way.
Previous borough
You
invoices
know
and
what?
action taken.
June. I have the
Very
wrong-
last item on the agenda.
Okay. Okay, the next one is the settlement agreement that the borough had wrote up between the borough and myself to remove that lien. It's signed by the borough, but I never received a copy of it back in 2019.
Who signed
Who
it?
signed it?
James Frew III on 11/27/19.
He had no authorization.
He's a worker.
Yeah, he's a
Well,
worker.
Well,
Let me see that.
all I'm telling you is,
Well, I don't care. He's a worker. He's an employee. He used to be an employee.
Is there a list of the invoices or is that,
well,
are there other invoices?
they're all listed right there. These are the
Collateral.
ones.
No, it's not signed, it's not, nothing.
Call, yeah, ask him. What made him, who gave him the authority to do that?
He's a worker.
We can be here at the January meeting, why not?
What does that?
Can I see
I
it?
don't even know if that's his signature.
I don't either. You have to send it to him, get the picture of it, send it to him.
Is there another one?
Nah, that's
Request
probably.
his
won't
attendance
see.
at the
there
January
another
meeting
one?
for this.
Oh, invoice
Is there
and
another
action.
Request his
invoice?
attendance at the January meeting for that, for clarification.
The only thing is you can't hold it down to their head and make it count.
Well, he has the legal right to agree to that anyway, period.
Correct.
End of discussion.
There was never, you can't even find any meeting minutes on this. This is a, never heard of it before.
Well, somebody had an attorney draw it up.
I'm gonna say Richard McCoy,
Well, it's not signed.
LLC,
Well,
29
that's on the bill.
Main Street, Wellsboro.
What is
This
that?
attorney was never hired by the
He had a
borough.
lien on his property.
Yeah, I know about that.
This is a
Did you
worker
see
that
that?
used to be in charge of the water and sewer,
The lien
like a
is still active.
supervisor. He just automatically signed that and says that the lien is gone, or went and got a lawyer.
Well, the lien's not gone, so.
Yeah, the lien's not gone, it's there.
Well, he's saying that that's his evidence
No.
to get rid of it.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, who had this drawn up?
What did it cost?
I don't
I
know.
have no
I
idea.
don't know.
I don't know.
I've never seen it before.
You can let me look at it.
I'd never seen it before.
Well, he's gonna ask the
Okay.
guy.
You offered it to me, so you
Oh, yeah.
let me look at it?
You're welcome to look at it.
Also at the time, that was the borough office, Waterford.
Is there a stamp on that?
I don't see one.
It doesn't get stamped till it gets recorded.
It's still gotta be stamped. It's gotta
When it's
come-
recorded.
It's gotta become somebody official.
It's gotta be recorded.
There's
It's
a
not been
stamp on
recorded.
that.
It can't be recorded until both parties sign it.
There's a stamp on
Whoever
it.
writes that up is gonna sign it.
It was drawn up by some attorney, I don't know who.
It wasn't drawn up by, an attorney would have signed it.
That was the office for the water and sewer department at that time.
This is stamped here.
Yeah.
And this was done in 19.
Yeah.
And who is James, whatever his name
James
is?
Frew,
Yeah.
he was whatever for the borough. He's the one that called all the shots for the borough.
He was like a supervisor of the workers.
He's the one that was the go-between the contractor and the slip lining, the $400,000 loan.
Does he have that kind of authority?
No.
No,
I have no idea.
Okay, well,
Unless he's
you, number one, you didn't sign this, so this document's really.
No, I just found it.
Okay.
Now I want to know who had it drawn up.
Well, where'd it come from?
Where'd it come from? That's the
But
question.
here's the next thing.
Where'd you get that?
They never hired this lawyer,
When you say they, who are you talking about?
Lawrenceville Borough Council.
And when was this done?
Did they did there?
I didn't know.
That was
he
a
did.
bill. That was done in several.
19.
Yeah, he billed the borough 4 or 5 times here.
Yeah, I don't know. That's before I started showing
And
up.
then here's a bill for me when the water authority was still in effect by Lawrenceville Borough.
This was billed to you,
Yeah,
and that's the charges on the 54 Main Street property?
right. This is when the water authority was not dissolved until April,
Right.
and this is 3 months
So
before
it's
that.
safe to say that if you didn't pay those charges, there's a lien against that property, correct?
Yeah, but the lien
They never were built.
I was never billed.
We were never billed because at that time, you weren't paying anything. Because you
What?
were, and you couldn't collect on it at the same time because you were in office.
What are you talking about?
That's what your ethics charge stemmed from.
No,
Yes.
you don't have
Yes,
no
it
idea
is.
what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Okay,
is.
let me ask this question. If I, on 7 Beffard's Riverside Estates, chose not to pay my water bill,
Right,
you'd shut it off, and
Yes.
eventually,
yes,
you would go through the deal to put a lien against my property, correct?
correct, yeah. But
So the only way for me to get rid of said lien would be to pay those charges. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
Okay.
So let me ask this, do we send a water bill to the borough office currently?
No,
Why not?
You know if you don't pay that, there's gonna
Why?
be another ethics charge.
Because it's a
Mm-hmm.
borough.
okay.
You're now
See,
asking
here's-
the public.
See, here's something
We
that
don't
you
bill
don't
the fire
know.
department
Okay.
or the
If that
borough.
drops off in June,
Here's something
if
that
it's
you
not
don't know.
renewed.
Okay, from August of 16 to January of 18,
Yeah.
I never received a water bill. I never received an overdue notice. I never received a shut-off notice. I never had a meter reading,
Right.
okay? They never read the meter.
That's because I believe you told them you didn't have water on. If I remember right.
Here's a simple question. Is the water on in that building right now as we speak?
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
And it gets a bill every month.
The property that has a lien against it, the municipal lien for the water bill, has
Yeah.
water on currently
Yeah.
in there.
That's illegal.
Now, another thing is that when the borough took over the water authority, they had to pay all the water authorities outstanding debts. Okay?
Okay.
Is this on the agenda someplace, Gordy?
Yes.
Going after 20,
It is. but
the previous
You
council?
looking for a vote or what?
No, I want to know who hired this guy, who did this,
Call
and who did
them. How long
this.
you had it? Call them.
How long I had it about 4 days.
You didn't call
Call
the
'em?
attorney? You didn't call through and ask them?
No, I don't know how to get a hold of Fruit. Richard McCoy is represented by the borough of Lawrenceville. He
Okay,
doesn't
you-
represent me.
You can't call them and ask them?
My
Hey,
attorney represents me.
Well, that's understandable,
Okay.
but if you want to
This-
get down to the bottom of that,
Okay.
Call them.
After my attorney wrote a letter to Richard McCoy, okay?
Right.
And explained the facts, okay? Then, somebody wrote this agreement, okay?
Okay,
And did you read it? It says
Yeah.
under circumstances that are
Yeah.
confusing or whatever,
No other
okay?
way.
right,
Okay, and in that letter, it was I never got billed or whatever,
okay.
all right? But what I wanna know is, who authorized this in the borough to have this done?
Well, you've got a signature on there, from what I'm understanding, wasn't
Jim Fruit,
authorized to
yes.
give you that. So I guess you'd have
Okay.
to research that and find out who drew that document up.
And it should be in the borough office in the minutes.
Oh, yeah, there's nothing in the minutes of
Well, then it
research.
didn't
No, it
happen.
didn't happen.
I'm using your words.
This invoice
If
is
it's not in
not,
the minutes, it
okay?
didn't happen.
Yeah.
Hiring this attorney is not in the minutes,
Right.
okay?
Didn't
So it
happen.
never happened?
I don't know. Did it?
Why is this not in the finance committee talks to actually find this stuff out before it even comes here?
Why?
Yes.
I just run across it when I
4
asked
days
for
ago.
4 days ago.
So when you say you just run across it 4 days ago, or you just received it 4
I
days
just
ago?
run across it. What I mean is, Dana, I asked her for a right to know request, and I listed about 12 items for my attorney, okay?
Alright.
And these were neither one of the items, but the borough, for some reason, has a file on me alone. It's about half-inch thick, and it pertains to different items in the borough, like where I was refused for abatement. And then there's memo on there that says he's gonna ask why he was refused, what do we say? That kind of stuff in these memos.
And you're referring back to the previous council before this one?
Yes,
Previous council or secretary
No.
4 years ago.
Who was the secretary 4 years ago?
Jill Hall.
Bill Hall.
Okay,
In fairness, Mr. Chilson, how much personal, do you want that shared, that document? How much personal information's in it? Do you want that shared? Do you want us to ask?
in this,
What you're asking everybody?
it's public knowledge. You go to the courthouse, it's public knowledge.
If you wanna share it with me just a second, I'll share it with everyone, cause there's the people that aren't here are watching, so.
I mean, if-
I'm happy to help you share that document, but
Yeah, if
it's
you
got
wanna,
personal
if you wanna
information,
ask,
I
when
do.
did the borough hire this attorney, that's fine, okay?
No, the question that you were asking.
That's what I'm asking, is when did they hire this attorney?
It is.
It's all-
And the next thing is, when did the borough hire this company to do a forensic review?
I don't know what that
Okay.
company is, so.
You don't got the answers?
No, it's not in the minutes. They never hired this guy.
So you look back, the date that was signed. What's the date on the front of it?
Is that
April.
forensic audit, they paid $20,000 or something? for it?
They paid $14,000 for
So
this.
you look back through the minutes, it's not in there.
No. Okay?
I haven't looked, so I can't, that's hard for me to believe. I'm not saying it's not, but it's hard for me to believe.
So you think that forensic audit wasn't done when they dissolved
This is
the
not a
authority?
forensic audit.
What is it?
It is a forensic review.
Why are we discussing your own personal issues here?
No. Why?
Yeah.
Because this slanders me in
All
about
about
half a
work.
dozen times. And you and your wife.
I don't care. I did
Well, I
nothing
know you
wrong.
don't, but you did at the time.
Mr.
I did nothing
When
wrong.
we're done, if that's public stuff that
Me
you
and
want
my
like
wife.
shared to ask, can I get
The hell
one
they
second?